The fourth week in ordinary time of the year, Friday, February 7th, 2025. Today's Gospel reading reflects about the influence of Jesus in the community, for his name had become known and many people are reacting to that. Some people thought of him to be John the Baptist, who had come back to life, while some thought of him to be one of the prophets. But the one that really shakes the table was that of King Herod, who beheaded John the Baptist in prison. When he heard about the influence of Jesus, he thought, John the Baptist I beheaded, but who is this that I hear about? Obviously, from his reaction, it seems like the ghost of John the Baptist is still after him. He's afraid of the ghost of John the Baptist because of what he had done. He feared John the Baptist. He loved to listen to John the Baptist, but because of his desire for the things of flesh, his desire for adulterous way of life led him to a very slippery slope that eventually made him to commit himself in a way that he could not help himself. King Herod took the wife of his brother Philip, Herodias, and John had confronted them and told them the truth. Herodias herself did not like that, and neither did Herod himself like that. John was put in prison for telling the truth. It's just a situation whereby one thing leads to the other, and in this case, it was a tragedy that could have been avoided had Herod chosen to do the right thing and to live properly, and just like the first reading said, to genuinely care for one another and show a brotherly love to each other. He had an occasion, an event in his place whereby he invited the officials in his courtiers and had the daughter of Herodias perform a dance that eventually he made promises that would lead to the beheading of John the Baptist. His promise to Herodias' daughter that she could ask whatever she wanted, even half of his kingdom, and it will be given to her. And the little girl, or the young woman, asked her mother, who obviously was envious of John the Baptist, who had been seeking ways and means to eliminate John the Baptist. And when she had this opportunity, she could not pass it, but rather to ask for the head of John the Baptist, which eventually she had her way. Herod may have pretended that his hands were tied, but he could obviously have changed his mind at that point in time, knowing fully well that the request was unnecessary and the request was an evil request. But instead he condoned it. He allowed evil to thrive in place of the truth. John died for the truth. He gave his life in preaching the truth. And today's gospel calls us, obviously, to be faithful, to genuinely care for one another, and to do what is right. Oftentimes we tell ourselves that to tell the truth, we want to hear the truth, but the truth, obviously, is that a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. A lot of people cannot handle the truth. And in this situation, in this case, it was obvious that King Herod could not handle the truth and did not want to hear the truth. Because of his own weakness, because of his own desires, he chose to bury the truth and to allow evil to thrive. May we not allow that in our fellowship with Christ, to allow evil to thrive over the truth, but rather that we will be ready and willingly, like John, give our life for the truth. Have a blessed day.